There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem.
In the shadowy realm where science meets the supernatural, there exists a collection of mysterious phenomena that defy explanation. UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Over the years, countless sightings have been chalked up to military exercises, weather balloons, or simple optical illusions. Yet, hidden within this murky landscape lies a cache of countless UFO encounters, each accompanied by compelling photographic evidence that defies debunking. Prepare to embark on a journey that will challenge your understanding of reality itself. So join us as we delve into the depths of 10 UFO sightings and photos that are impossible to debunk. Number 10. Tuscany Stadium UFO sighting. On that fateful day, the 27th of October 1954, in the heart of Tuscany, Florence, the football world bore witness to an unforgettable event. The mighty Fiorentina Football Club was facing off against their local rivals, Pistoiese, at the packed Stadio Artemio Franchi. Over 10,000 fans had gathered, expecting a routine match, but destiny had other plans. The day took an extraordinary turn just after halftime when an eerie silence descended upon the stadium. It was as if the world held its breath. The fans, who had been cheering and chanting, suddenly shifted their attention to the heavens. All eyes were fixed on something in the sky, something remarkable. People pointed, jaws dropped, and gasps of amazement filled the air. High above, egg-shaped objects gleamed in the sunlight, their silver-coated surfaces casting a mesmerizing glow. These mysterious entities moved swiftly, darting across the sky with an agility that defied earthly explanation. Gigi Boni, a lifelong devotee of Fiorentina, likened the objects to Cuban cigars. He was convinced that they were of extraterrestrial origin. Among the spectators, there was a growing consensus that these otherworldly crafts belonged to beings not of this world, aliens. Even the players on the field were captivated by the spectacle. One of them, Arturo Magnini, would later confirm that the game had come to a standstill for several minutes. The soccer match seemed insignificant compared to the breathtaking display unfolding above. It was a moment of collective shock and wonderment, for this was like nothing anyone had ever seen before. The people of Florence had become accidental witnesses to what they believed to be an encounter with alien technology. Perhaps, in a twist of cosmic curiosity, the extraterrestrials had chosen to observe a football match, an event that had now etched itself into the records of history. As quickly as they had appeared, the mysterious objects vanished from sight, leaving behind a stadium full of awestruck spectators and players. The day the football world paused to gaze at the skies was a day forever etched in the memories of those who were there, a day when the ordinary became extraordinary, and the universe revealed a glimpse of its boundless mysteries. This is sure an uncommon event in the history of football till date. But how about the next UFO sighting UFOs invading NYC? Number 9. UFOs invade NYC. Vitalis, a regular guy with a not-so-regular job at a freestyle rap channel, was strolling along the iconic Brooklyn Promenade one crisp morning on his way to work. The Manhattan skyline sprawled before him, and his creative soul couldn't resist capturing its grandeur on his trusty smartphone. Little did he know that this ordinary day would soon take an extraordinary twist. As he gazed at his phone's screen, a peculiar sight caught his eye, an arrangement of 3 dots suspended in the vast sky. To his astonishment, these dots formed a perfect, unyielding pyramid in the sky. 3 mysterious orbs of light, glowing like stars, hung in the air, seemingly defying gravity. A plane entered the scene, its metallic form gliding across the sky towards the mysterious orbs. The orbs, once motionless, suddenly burst into action, darting away in an instant. Vitalis couldn't believe his eyes. One of the orbs shot directly towards him, its brilliance almost blinding. This surreal spectacle left Vitalis in a state of shock, his mind reeling with questions. What had he just witnessed? Back on the ground, theories began to swirl. Some believed that New York City's vibrant energy acted as a beacon for UFOs, attracting them like moths to a flame. UFO sightings had even doubled in 2020. possibly due to the pandemic's quiet skies, allowing people to gaze at the heavens. Experts weighed in, offering diverse explanations. Mark D'Antonio thought the footage seemed authentic, but the orb's triangular formation might not be as significant as it appeared. A trio of objects in the sky often creates a triangular shape, he reasoned. However, aviation analyst Tim McMillan had a different perspective. He believed the orbs might not be sky lanterns, drones, or helicopters, given their brightness and the city's lights. Instead, he speculated that they could be a matter of perspective. Perhaps they were distant aircraft approaching LaGuardia Airport, their landing lights creating the illusion of a triangular formation. McMillan suggested that these aircraft, flying at varying altitudes and distances from Brooklyn, could easily create this illusion. As they turned and banked during their approach, they would no longer face the viewer directly, causing them to seemingly vanish. Vitalis, a rapper by night and an accidental UFO investigator by day, returned to his freestyle rap channel, eager to document any more unearthly surprises that might come his way. One aviation analyst believed these lights might be landing lights from airplanes approaching LaGuardia Airport. These lights could appear closer together than they actually were, forming a triangular pattern. As the planes turned during their approach, the lights would seem to disappear from certain angles. Ultimately, while experts had various ideas about the UFOs, the mystery remained. But how so shocking could this sighting be compared to this intriguing UFO sighting in Antarctica? Number 8. UFO sighting in Antarctica. Antarctica holds an otherworldly allure that has sparked the imaginations of many. In this frozen realm where 90% of Earth's ice resides, a peculiar discovery in October 2020 set the stage for a captivating tale. Satellite images scrutinized by a keen investigator unearthed a mysterious object lurking beneath the icy shroud. A metallic-looking, half-buried saucer-like structure emerged from the frozen abyss. Author Brad Olson, upon witnessing this peculiar sight, couldn't help but be intrigued. Could this be evidence of extraterrestrial life hidden within the heart of Antarctica? The saucer's perfectly round form cast a haunting shadow upon the icy terrain, leaving Olson convinced that it was more than just a product of nature. He postulated that as the ice slowly melted, an ancient alien spacecraft had emerged from its millennia-long slumber. But the question lingered. Why would aliens choose such a hostile place to park their celestial vehicle? Antarctica and Mars, seemingly worlds apart, share an eerie commonality. They're both extraordinarily barren and sterile environments. George Haas, the chairman of the Cydonia Institute, goes even further in his theories. Haas speculates that these structures may have been constructed either by an indigenous Martian culture or by a technologically advanced Earth civilization from a distant past. Could this imply that Antarctica served as a vital transit hub for interplanetary travel between Earth and Mars in ancient times? The history of Antarctica, as revealed by the fossil record, is indeed fantastical. It was once situated on the equator, teeming with vibrant plant life and dinosaurs. Today's icy desolation conceals a prehistoric Eden. Some visionary thinkers posit that a similar revelation awaits us regarding Antarctica's ties to Mars. Yet amid these captivating theories, science provides a counterpoint. Mick West, a science writer and forensic video analyst, scrutinizes the saucer with a critical eye. He concludes that what appears to be a raised disk is, in fact, a visual illusion, an artifact of the human brain's perception of light and shadows. On the other hand, NASA's Bob Anderson remains open-minded about Martian formations, believing they may be products of natural processes. He underscores the ever-evolving nature of scientific understanding, using the example of Mars's ancient ocean to highlight how hypotheses can shift with new discoveries. In the end, West's assessment leans toward debunking the saucer as an optical illusion, while Anderson's perspective calls for patience and further investigation. Whether a cosmic portal or a mirage of the mind, the saucer's secrets may remain elusive until we embark on a journey to decipher the mysteries of this frozen frontier. Ensure to hang on for our next UFO sighting. Number 7. UFO spotted in Jerusalem. In 2011, a curious resident of Jerusalem embarked on a leisurely stroll through the ancient city. As he gazed up at the historic skyline, something extraordinary caught his eye. A dazzling, radiant light suspended above the old city. Gripped by wonder, he hastily pulled out his camera to document this unearthly spectacle. What his camera captured was nothing short of astounding. The luminous orb, initially stationary, abruptly descended to a hovering position just above the ancient buildings. Then, in the blink of an eye, it ascended with such swiftness that it seemed to defy the laws of physics. The onlookers were left in stunned amazement, their eyes wide with awe. What made this event even more mystifying was its location. The radiant sphere had chosen to manifest itself over one of Earth's most sacred places, the Dome of the Rock, also known as the Temple Mount. This site held immense significance in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. It was where Muhammad ascended into the heavens, where Abraham nearly sacrificed his son Isaac, where Solomon erected the first temple, and where Jesus had cast out the moneylenders from the second temple. Could this be a modern-day miracle? A divine message from above? Throughout history, people have reported seeing strange lights in the sky during moments of profound religious significance. Perhaps over this holy site, something truly sacred was unfolding. This notion of a connection between UFOs and Holy Lands gained renewed attention in 2020 when a former Israeli space security chief, Haim Eshed, made an astonishing claim. Eshed asserted that Earth was being visited by extraterrestrials and disclosed the existence of a galactic federation comprising countless alien races. Eshed's revelation was jaw-dropping, for he was the highest-ranking official in Israel's space program. Although he never disclosed his sources, he wasn't alone in his belief in this federation, which allegedly had existed for eons. Some even traced this concept back to the 1950s during President Eisenhower's administration, when rumors swirled about his contact with extraterrestrial beings. It's unlikely to be Israel's Iron Dome missile system, which primarily intercepts incoming rockets and doesn't behave as witnessed. Drones were also ruled out due to the absence of a typical power-up lag. Thus, the most plausible explanation remains a UFO. Metadata was scanty, suggesting possible digital manipulation. In expert analysis, the video appeared to have undergone significant alteration, raising skepticism about its veracity. Nonetheless, discrediting the video does not necessarily dismiss the Galactic Federation claims. According to Eshed, these extraterrestrial beings will reveal themselves when humanity is deemed ready for the truth. Over to the next UFO sighting, which might stand a chance of being the most mysterious. Number 6. Curious case of the Hopkinsville encounter. The summer of 1955, when the officers of the Hopkinsville police station clocked in for duty on that fateful August 21st, they had no inkling that they were about to be thrust into a baffling and otherworldly mystery has remained etched in history of UFO sightings. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a group of 12 individuals, 5 adults and 7 children, marched into the station with an astonishing tale. They had just encountered aliens from a spaceship at their farmhouse. You can picture the disbelief etched on the officers' faces as they listened to this outlandish account. According to the claimants, these extraterrestrial visitors had descended upon their farmhouse, launching a bizarre assault. In response, the bewildered residents had resorted to the unthinkable. They opened fire on the spaceship. This surreal firefight between humans and alleged aliens raged on for a staggering 4 hours, with the farmhouse serving as the unlikely battleground. As officers probed for more details, 2 adults, Elmer Sutton and Billy Ray Taylor, described how they had exchanged gunfire with strange, shadowy figures that had materialized in their doorway or peered through windows. Initially, skepticism hung heavy in the air, but the sheer number of witnesses gave pause. Could a dozen individuals concoct such an elaborate lie? Fearing an imminent threat to their community, the police officers sprang into action, launching an investigation that would plunge them into a mythic tale. Their destination was the Sutton farmhouse, ground zero for the bizarre encounter. To their bewilderment, they found no trace of alien creatures or a hovering spaceship. Their initial skepticism seemed justified until they stumbled upon something more chilling. Evidence of the frantic gun battle was etched into the farmhouse, bullet holes in windows and door screens. But the truth soon began to crystallize. Firearms had caused those holes, leaving the officers grappling with an eerie enigma. The investigating team, a motley crew of city officers, state troopers, deputy sheriffs, and military police officers from the nearby Fort Campbell, found themselves facing a baffling dilemma. The claimant's story held a kernel of truth. They had to explain where these bizarre alien beings had come from and where they had vanished. As word of the incident spread like wildfire across Hopkinsville, it soon transformed into a national sensation. Yet, the investigation remained unresolved, shrouded in mystery. UFO theorists pounced on the story, weaving their narratives into the tapestry of the unknown. The plot thickened when it was revealed that the families at the Sutton farmhouse had fled, convinced that the creatures would return. They packed their belongings and fled in the dead of night, fearing another unearthly encounter. The authorities confirmed that the incident was no hoax. If that were true, it meant that we are not alone, that aliens lurk in the shadows, and the universe harbors secrets beyond our wildest imaginations. Now it's time for our today's subscriber pick. In the heart of a desolate desert where the relentless sun scorched the vast rolling dunes, an uncanny spectacle unfolded. Two groups of men, strangers to each other, found themselves drawn to a mysterious occurrence. Each group had stumbled upon a peculiar disc-like object, standing almost half-buried in the unforgiving sands. The first group consisted of three rugged individuals, their faces etched with lines of adventure and curiosity. As they approached the mysterious disc, the leader of the trio, a man with salt and pepper hair and a well-worn leather jacket, extended his hand tentatively toward the object. The heat waves shimmered around him as his fingertips brushed against the cool, metallic surface. A shiver coursed through his body as a strange energy surged through him, filling his mind with visions of distant galaxies and ancient secrets. On the other side of the desert expanse, the second group watched in sheer astonishment. Their group was larger, with three men whose expressions ranged from awe to skepticism. One of them, a young man with fiery red hair and freckles, peered through binoculars at the unfolding spectacle. He couldn't believe his eyes as the leader of the first group made contact with the mysterious disc. The desert itself seemed to hold its breath, as if it too was captivated by the unfolding drama. The winds whispered secrets from eons past, carrying tales of forgotten civilizations and cosmic wonders. As the leader of the first group withdrew his hand from the disc, the vision ceased, leaving him breathless and bewildered. He turned to his companions, his eyes filled with a newfound purpose, and said, "We must unlock the mysteries hidden within this object. It holds the key to our destiny." The second group, still in awe, exchanged glances filled with uncertainty. What secrets did the desert hold? What strange powers did the disc possess, and what did it mean for the future of these two groups of men? As they watched, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the sand, and the enigmatic disc stood as a silent sentinel to a world filled with wonder and unanswered questions. And so, dear reader, I leave you with this inquiry. What would you do if you encountered such a mysterious object in the desert, and what mysteries do you think it might unveil about the universe? Number 5. CubeShaped UFO shocks pilot. This is one story that defies the usual rules of the road, or in this case, the skies. It's common knowledge that we stash our phones safely away when we're behind the wheel, but what if I told you that rule doesn't apply when you're cruising on autopilot above the clouds? In the not-so-distant past of February 2020, an Airbus A320 was on a routine flight, gliding gracefully over the city of Medellin, Colombia. Little did the captain know that the friendly skies were about to get a whole lot friendlier in a bizarre way. Captured on a phone's camera, the pilot takes us on a wild ride. First, he showcases the altimeter, showing us he's comfortably cruising at 30,000 feet above the Earth's surface. Then, with a casual nonchalance, he points his trusty smartphone out of the cockpit window. Here's where things take a peculiar turn. As he zooms in, a metallic-looking object enters the frame, a polyhedron of sorts, zooming past in a straight trajectory. It's not your everyday object. It appears cube-like with curious protruding points, darker in hue than a bright balloon. Now, size is a tricky thing to gauge from the video alone, but expert Amy Eskridge takes a stab. estimating this enigma to be somewhere between 10 to 15 feet in diameter. But what on Earth, or perhaps not on Earth, could it be? One tantalizing theory suggests that if we were to play host to visitors from another realm, they might send these mysterious probes ahead to gather intel before they make their grand entrance. The idea gains traction when you consider that a similar object was spotted by an FA-18 fighter pilot in 2018 at a lofty 35,000 feet. Medellin, often associated with drug cartels, has earned a new reputation as a hotspot for UFO sightings in South America, earning it the moniker the New Roswell. But let's get back to the video. Expert analysis by Primo reveals that while there's nothing technically wrong with it, something about it feels off, almost staged. Why did the camera operator instinctively zoom in just as the object zipped by? However, not everyone is convinced of foul play. Some believe the pilot was simply in the right place at the right time. Pilots, after all, are the sky's keenest observers. Tim McMillan, our aviation expert, rules out conventional explanations. It's neither a plane nor a missile, nor does it resemble a drone. Solar balloons briefly shine as a possibility, designed to soar on the sun's heat. But these balloons typically lose shape and altitude when they hit the frigid upper reaches of the atmosphere. This particular object's odd cube-like shape raises eyebrows. By process of elimination, we're left with the jaw-dropping conclusion: a genuine UFO. Humans might not be the only navigators of our celestial highways. Number 4. UFO in San Diego. On November 14, 2004, a date etched in the annals of UFO lore, 2 intrepid fighter pilots embarked on a mission that would forever alter their perception of reality. Stationed aboard the colossal aircraft carrier USS Nimitz, they embarked on an extraordinary encounter off the coast of San Diego. Their story begins with an unidentified craft, an enigma cast in brilliant white and eerily oval-shaped, akin to a colossal tic-tac candy. This celestial anomaly stretched over 40 feet in length, devoid of conventional aviation features such as a windshield or wings. As the Navy pilot David Fravor would later recount, this inexplicable vessel defied the laws of physics. It exhibited the audacity to halt abruptly and execute 90-degree maneuvers over the boundless expanse of the Pacific before vanishing into the ether at breakneck speeds, eclipsing anything humans could endure. David Fravor, a seasoned aviator, articulated the awe-inspiring spectacle. "I am looking at speeds, 90-degree angles stopping. Any human inside of what I'm watching could not sustain life." This remarkable event was captured on videotape, affording the ability to calculate the vessel's velocity and the immense G-forces it generated. A profound shift occurred. Once, UFO believers bore the onus of proof. Now, the establishment must validate that these phenomena are not extraterrestrial in origin. For UFO enthusiasts, these videos constitute incontrovertible evidence and unravel the enigma of governmental secrecy. Beneath the surface, a covert agenda seems to revolve around the coveted technology these UFOs might harbor. It's an arms race in disguise, a quest for extraterrestrial innovation that could redefine the destiny of nations. The prevailing economic structure, deeply rooted in oil, remains a barrier to disclosure. UFOs are not fueled by fossil fuels. They possess advanced propulsion systems capable of revolutionizing global economies. The wealthiest oil barons stand to lose power and wealth in such a transformation. However, economic interests alone don't explain the secrecy. Governments appear unaccountable to the public, shrouding the truth in layers of classified information. But in the real sense, the fear of unveiling these enigmas may extend beyond economics. Governments promise security in exchange for loyalty, but the existence of technologically superior extraterrestrial beings challenges this social contract. If governments cannot protect their citizens from these celestial entities, their legitimacy wavers, and questions arise about the very essence of sovereignty. November 14, 2004 marked not only a date of astronomical significance, but a turning point in the quest for answers beyond our world. The truth, elusive and mysterious, hides in the shadows, leaving us to grapple with the unnerving possibility that we are not alone in the cosmos, and the secrets held within UFOs could rewrite the destiny of our species. Number 3. The Chicago OHare UFO sighting. Beyond farm fields and town parks, UFO sightings have also ventured into the bustling world of airports. One memorable encounter unfolded at Chicago O'Hare International Airport on the afternoon of November 7, 2006. This bizarre event left a mark on the 12 employees of United Airlines and several onlookers outside the airport. The peculiar sighting occurred around 4:15 post-meridian, catching the attention of those present. Startled witnesses swiftly reported the presence of an unidentified flying object to federal authorities. What they described was truly outlandish. An enigmatic metallic saucer-shaped craft suspended in the sky, precisely above Gate C-17. Oddly, it was spotted by a diligent ramp employee engaged in the routine task of pushing back United Airlines Flight 446, which was preparing to depart for Charlotte, North Carolina. The UFO in question spanned a size spectrum, with estimates ranging from 6 to 24 feet in diameter. What confounded everyone was its absolute silence. Not a hum or a buzz could be heard emanating from this strange, disc-shaped entity. It hung there, suspended over the airport, as if observing the human activity below, before vanishing with astounding celerity, piercing through the clouds and leaving a pristine azure void in its wake. This mystifying event didn't just bewilder the witnesses, it bequeathed to the world a multitude of unanswered questions. UFO enthusiasts and theorists have tirelessly pursued answers, scrutinizing the incident for any sliver of insight into the existence of extraterrestrial life. Theories abound, but the enigma endures. UFO sightings are not a recent phenomenon. They trace back centuries into human history. These incidents persist as an enduring enigma, an unwavering testament to the enduring curiosity about the possibility of life beyond our planet. As long as the cosmos remains uncharted territory, UFO sightings will continue to intrigue, captivate, and confound us. While our knowledge of the universe expands, the enigma of UFOs reminds us that there is still much we don't know about extraterrestrials. Every UFO sighting, like the one at O'Hare International Airport, offers a tantalizing glimpse into the mysterious cosmos. They are our cosmic breadcrumbs, leading us towards a deeper understanding of the great unknown that exists beyond our terrestrial confines. As the years go by, we can only hope that these sightings will provide us with more profound insights into the existence and nature of potential alien civilizations. Number 2. Dangerous UFO encounter at 35,000 feet. In the annals of UFO encounters, most have left eyewitnesses with a sense of wonder rather than immediate dread. But what unfolded on February 21, 2021, during American Airlines Flight 2292 would shatter that paradigm and RN-cattle the very foundations of aviation safety. Picture this. The flight, en route from Cincinnati to Phoenix, cruised calmly at 36,000 feet over the desolate expanse of northeastern New Mexico. Passengers gazed out at the endless horizon, oblivious to the impending chaos. Then a startling transmission crackled through the cockpit. "Have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us." The pilot's words held a chilling undertone as he described the intruder. "It looked like a long cylindrical object," he stammered, "almost like a cruise missile type of thing, moving really fast right over the top." Frantic voices filled the radio scanner as Steve Douglas, an avid listener, recorded the conversation. This mysterious missile-like object was no ordinary sighting. It was racing through the skies at an astonishing 400 knots. Astonishingly, this enigmatic flying cylinder remained invisible to radar and emitted no transponder signal. In a world of advanced tracking technology, its stealth was baffling. New Mexico, a land steeped in UFO lore since the infamous 1947 Roswell incident, now played host to an inexplicable aerial intrusion. Rich Hoffman, a seasoned analyst, believed the flight's route held the key. With White Sands proving ground and numerous test sites nearby, he pondered whether this was a secret military experiment gone awry. The proximity to a passenger plane raised dire aviation security concerns. But as experts delved into this enigma, more questions than answers emerged. Aviation specialist Tim McMillan pursued sources within the federal government for insight, but was met with silence. The FBI, aware of the incident, offered no comment. Meanwhile, the director of public affairs at White Sands Missile Range insisted that no tests were conducted on that fateful day. Skepticism clouded the official narrative. The nature of the flying cylinder remained elusive. Was it a clandestine weapon or an otherworldly visitor? The lack of wings hinted at something beyond our understanding. Speculations ranged from military mishaps to sinister intentions, but none could explain how such an object ended up in close proximity to a passenger plane in broad daylight. Strangely, the cylindrical shape reported here mirrored sightings of another enigmatic object, the infamous Tic Tac. Navy pilots had encountered this oval-shaped mystery in 2004. Could there be a connection between these events, separated by nearly 2 decades? This baffling case defies easy categorization. Is it a missile, a drone, a Tic Tac, or a true UFO? Until concrete answers emerge, we can only marvel at the mysterious skies, haunted by the specter of the unidentified, and ponder the unsettling implications of that eerie day over the skies of New Mexico. And then, the last on our tread of UFO sightings and photos that cannot be debunked, the Gulf Breeze incident. Number 1. The Gulf Breeze UFO incident. In the annals of mysterious UFO sightings, the Gulf Breeze incident of late 1987 and early 1988 stands as a perplexing enigma that has sent shockwaves through the world of UFO enthusiasts and alien conspiracy debates. On November 11, 1987, Ed Walters, an ordinary contractor living in Gulf Breeze, Florida, experienced an encounter that would forever alter his perception of reality. As he strolled outside, an eerie blue beam suddenly immobilized him. Gazing upwards, Walters was spellbound by an otherworldly craft, hovering just 200 feet above the ground. In those few heart-pounding seconds, he realized he was witnessing something beyond terrestrial comprehension. Acting swiftly, he reached for his trusty Polaroid camera to capture this surreal event. Walters, fuel led by a newfound curiosity, couldn't let this singular sighting be a fleeting memory. Returning to the site, he discovered the UFO's continued presence. It was a scene that seemed ripped from the pages of a science fiction novel. Unfazed, Walters snapped a second photograph, setting in motion a series of events that would confound skeptics and captivate believers. In the ensuing months, Walters became a frequent visitor to the enigmatic site, armed with a videotape camera and his trusty Polaroid. Over time, he amassed an astonishing collection of 32 photographs and even recorded a video of the inexplicable craft. But the most astonishing twist awaited him. One fateful day, as Walters watched in awe, the UFO descended onto Soundside Drive, dropping 5 extraterrestrial beings onto the road. Fear mingled with wonder as one of the aliens locked eyes with Walters through his car window. Then, the unimaginable happened. These intergalactic visitors began communicating with him through telepathy, speaking in both English and Spanish. But the climax of this extraordinary encounter came when the aliens presented Walters with a mysterious book, its pages adorned with images of a commonplace earthly creature, a dog. As Walters studied these enigmatic illustrations, a brilliant blue beam of light engulfed him, causing him to levitate 3 feet above the ground before returning him, shaken but unharmed, to solid earth. If you find this account astounding, brace yourself for more. On December 2, 1987, the immobilization in the mysterious blue beam recurred, this time captured by Walters' account yet again. This repetition of inexplicable phenomena cemented the Gulf Breeze incident as one of the most spectacular and mystifying UFO sightings in our world's history. Which of these UFO sightings did you find the most intriguing? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.